Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Vikings going up against the Packers.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll give to Hyde. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sharif Floyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
On second down, Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Third and long. It's Ryan. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage. It'll make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
319!
On play action, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gets him the first down yardage there. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Rodgers will try again on second down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with So the D-line's going to spread out. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense. Now Ryan. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Now the Packers get set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
319! 319!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. The toss play. This is high. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, Hyde. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. operating from the gun. Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sharif Floyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the gun, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now they go screen. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They go again with Rawls. And an alley to run. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A very solid gain of 27. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Being chased out. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we hit, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second half starts with a run by Rawls. Room here to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Cook following the penalty. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second down and 4. They'll hand to Rawls. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, Cook fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On third down, it's Cook, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Vikings send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Handoff comes to Hyde, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. And out now come the Vikings. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here. They can go ahead
and he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A give. This is Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Lambeau will put this one through on the NFL scoreboard. They are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
319, 258.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Carlos Hyde turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Left side, Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll make it third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 8 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Rodgers to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Anthony Barr. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And Vikings.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Ryan. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Rodgers now to throw. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one good for 14 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a play fake here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the fourth down in New Orleans. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go! Brand 38!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.